Hello, guys. Welcome to my channel, which I have just started. So before this Dhurander movie released and all this hype, my very good friend Tani and I we recorded two videos just after the trailer was released, and it's been sitting in my drafts ever since. But now, when the movie is all out and blooming, and now that I cannot now resist myself. बिकॉज मूवी ही ऐसी है कि आपको बात करनी है उसके बारे में, राइट? यू जस्ट कांट स्टॉप योरसेल्फ एनीमोर. सो नाउ आई एम प्लानिंग टू पुट दिस वीडियो आउट फॉर यू गाइस. Please watch it and let us know if our reactions were right or it was completely off.
Hey everyone, and welcome to our YouTube page. And this particular video, this is our second video on YouTube, and this is our post Dhurander 2, The Revenge trailer post reaction. And for those of you that don't know, I'm Danny. This is my good friend Archika. And if you're new here, we're here to react to Bollywood trailers, movies, and moments that just give us goosebumps. But we're not just limiting ourselves to just that. Our goal is to create a community that we can interact with, provide value, and also being entertaining. So welcome. So to kick it off, look, yesterday we booked our tickets for Dhurander 2 because you must have saw our reaction by now. And somehow we were able to manage to get first show, first seats because, man, those theaters were literally selling out. Now, I got to hear from you, Archika, because I know that we kind of got a little selfish here. We were like, look, we got to cut this video. We got to see if we get our tickets first. So I'll save me. I was able to get my tickets. I not only got it opening day, so I will be there opening night, which I am so jacked up and excited about. But I will be there Friday night and Saturday too, because the friends that took a little while longer, well, I'm still going to see the movie, but I'm going to just see it with them. But I'm still seeing it first. But how about you, Archika? Where are you at with this?
Honestly, the last time when we watched the trailer, I'm still recovering, from the shock of the trailer because it didn't look like another sequel, because after watching it, I have so many questions.
Yeah.
I've been replaying this trailer in my head multiple times all day long, because something about it just doesn't add up right now, and today we need to talk about it. Like, what happens? What if this died, And I have to tell you, Danny, that I have not been lucky yet to book my tickets because we have such a huge South Asian crowd in Toronto, in Canada. We have multiple trailers over here, and all these trailers are playing Dhurander, but I just could not manage to get any ticket yet. Imagine, if I was today morning reading the stats, and apparently there are some 40,000 tickets have already been sold out, and this number is just an estimation, and this number is just like for your pre-booking tickets.
Are you serious?
40,000, right?
That's wild.
And the analytics are saying that this figure is going to rise up to around lakh tickets.
Wow.
Pre-booking.
This is pre-booking just from a trailer. We're not even into and it's 10, 11 days out.
Exactly my question. Look at the response the Indians are giving to this movie outside of India. I'm so shocked. I haven't seen, because I've been living here from quite some while, quite many years, and you can get tickets. It's not that high at all.
Right. No, you don't.
Reaction, same response. Okay, it's just a first day. I'll book tomorrow. Not a big deal,
Yeah.
But no, it is a big deal, and it's all booked. It's all sold out in Canada. You cannot find any tickets.
What? I thought it was only like us in. So I'm obviously, for the viewers, I'm from New Jersey, right? So USA, I'm finding the same exact thing because of the friends that are like, I'll book when the time comes or whatever. Good luck, because all our theaters are pretty much sold out at this point, unless you want to be like in the front, which it's so funny. Handicap. Even guys, here's the wildest part to this. Even the handicap sections, Archika, they're like, if you want to bring your own chair, you can sit there. Like, what? I have not seen this kind of excitement for a Bollywood film, like, ever. Like I've
Yeah.
seen Dumbo, I've seen RR, Animal, right? All the, but the excitement that this trailer has created, it's like some Avengers level type of excitement, right? And you know what? It's justifiable because let's be honest, Aditya Dar, the entire cast, they deserve their flowers. They created something that's so cinematically perfect, like pure cinema. The whole experience, we were talking about this like when we were trying to book this is like it makes sense and no other movie is playing in our theater. Like you don't have even Hollywood movies or nothing. It is literally Dhurander in all 10, 11 theaters, right? And it makes sense that why so many movies postponed their release date because I hate to say it, Toxic could not compete with this. No way. No way.
And also, even we, okay, now I as a person, I did not watch the movie trailer, like the first part when it was
Right,
released.
right,
I
right.
took a lot of time. I remember I was like, no, darling, it's too much violence. I'm not going. I'm not watching. So I watched it
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
end.
Yes.
And but after watching the first movie, I cannot wait any longer because I really am onto it. The first day, first show, but again, I could not really manage to get a ticket. But what my thing is, okay. So let's come back to the initial trailer reaction. Okay, let's leave over them.
Yeah, no, okay, so look, well, we were supposed to do this obviously early on. We were supposed to talk about this reaction the other day, but man, we were so excited to wanting to get our tickets first. And I want to really talk about this trailer. I want to hear from you, Archie. Like, what stood out to you the most? Like, what is it that got you hyped up, that's excited, like that connected with you? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Danny, honestly, there are so many things to talk about in this just one trailer, right? Because my initial thoughts were like, no, this looks so much darker and this looks so much serious than what I expected.
Right.
The trailer gives a feeling, that the story is going to be more intense, maybe even more emotional compared to the first ones.
Yes.
It just didn't feel like a typical sequel like we all have in other movies, part 1, part 2, part 3, right? The action sequence looks so much bigger. The tone of the movie, I would say, this felt more intense, I would say, The visuals, if you look at the trailer, it looks so much bigger than what we usually see in action movies. So the locations, the explosion, the large crowds, the scenes, they actually look from Pakistan, And even some of the Pakistanis, if you watch their IGs or if you watch on TikTok, they have also said, yes, this is real Pakistan. This exact look and feel is the same. But I don't know, something about this movie is so connected. Like, like it's just meant to be experienced on a big screen.
100%. You know what you said it. The cinematic presentation here is it was so beautifully done. And to think, if the trailer itself is just cinematic, how is the movie going to be? And here's something I was thinking about. We're talking about like it's a sequel, right? Obviously because it's a second movie. But remember, this is still just one big movie that he cut up into 2 different parts. So the people that are like, oh, I don't think it's gonna do well than Dhurander 1. No, I think it's gonna exceed it because you said it well with that whole emotional side of it. When Jackson Sandel says that you're still not ready for this, I don't think we are, man. There's so many. It's so beautiful how he showed us so much, but we still don't know a lot, right? One thing that stood out for me is when he goes, and I know you don't know Hindi too much, right? But he says "Hosla, Endam, Badula," right? The impact and okay, look, I'm more Indian than you.
I'm more Indian than you, Daddy. Come on, hello.
Yeah, you're Canadian now. Yeah, okay, but I'd say true to the roots. So okay, we can agree to disagree here, but
Indian.
Say again?
We are best of Indian.
Exactly, we represent.
Yeah, let's just.
We represent, right? But no, obviously I was joking, but right. But think about it, Hosla, Endam, Badla, right? That just created goosebumps, and then not to mention the line that you and I both were like, "Oh my god!" That reference that Ranveer Singh said it, and the tonality that he said that line. I've been replaying that trailer just because of that. Like that's a very key component. But what's your take?
I mean, if you ask about what are the two or three things which stuck into you, which stuck with you, I would really mention that, of course, the one dialogue you just mentioned, Hosla, Engine, Badla. I mean, that bang, that tone, it's stuck over here. Like, you just keep on replaying,
Yeah.
and comes with so much of intensity strong within you. And I'm like, मुझे कहाँ से इतनी intensity आ रही है? Like, what's going
I
on here?
I literally still have goosebumps.
And keep doing it, saying it, like, it's just even more bigger, I must say. And
Exactly.
there are two more goosebump things from this movie.
Yeah,
The next
sure.
one I would say is when, Ranveer Singh says कि अब हिंदुस्तान तय करेगा, the dialogue which comes,
Yes.
I that is something like, it's like somebody speaking our minds, I would say, because as Indians we all have been wanting to at one point say this, but
Yes.
none of them have this thing to say this. I mean, that अब हम बताएंगे कि, who is the boss,
Right.
it's the star, it's the revenge kind of a thing,
And especially with what that terrorist said in the beginning, right? And it just think that he pretty much set the course for all this, right? So yeah, no, I agree with you. I connected on a very emotional level for that. I feel if you have Indian blood in you, that line just resonates, right? Like
irritates me.
yeah,
Like, मुझे बोल कैसे दिया? Like, कैसे बोल दिया तुमने?
yeah.
The gusta is still there. I get it. The anger that, he said that once, now you wait and watch.
Oh, well, he's burning all of Lahari down now, like. But another scene where I saw that we both kind of like we gasped at is Yelena, right? Like when she was pointing the gun. Now, I personally, and I know we're in agreement here. I don't think she's pointing it at Hamza, but I think it's because she is defending his honor in some shape or form. Because like she must have found out because Sarah Arjun nailed it. Her expressions, the pain in that girl's eyes, man. Oof. But I'm gonna just say one thing, and then I want to hear from you. If that burger butchie is the reason that this man doesn't make it out alive, I'm gonna lose it. But I get it. I'm still waiting to see that. But what's your hot take on that?
Right. So Alina's reaction when she's pointing the gun towards somebody. So we all are assuming, at least I am assuming, it's Hamza and she's pointing at. She's pointing at towards her husband, right?
Okay.
So I mean, like you said, I also do not want that to happen.
Of course.
Because the moment she gets to know that he is a spy, I mean, his cover is known that he is married, right? But I don't want that. So I really don't want that it's Hamza, but my gut is telling me that it is Hamza. Because when you see, she's pointing the gun with the pain in her eyes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she is depicting or narrating a story that, I have been betrayed. I have been cheated. My marriage is a lie. My love is a lie. And the tears in her eyes, speaks a lot. If you just look at that one glimpse, it's just showing that she's pointing the gun. It's all the emotions coming out from that picture, So I really think it's Hamza, but I don't want it to be Hamza.
You know what? You said it so beautifully, and that's a very solid point. So that's why it's like, is it not? Like, it's got so many questions in my mind, right?
Things, right?
Right, and that's the fun of it. That's the fun. That's the whole point of a trailer, where you got the glimpse of it, but what is the story behind this, right? And look, we indirectly we're talking about sacrifices, right? Mentioning the sacrifices. One thing that also stood out is that that this story highlights just one of many untold sacrifices, the stories that we've heard for peace, right? And you said this beautifully, like we were talking about this like off camera, like as we were booking our tickets and everything, that it's not too often that you get to hear these kind of stories, but when you hear them, it's like, wow, the kind of things that people put themselves through for just a nation, and talking about being a true patriot and a spy. And I think that's one of the other reasons that so many people are gravitating towards this, because it's a true story based on true events. Like, this isn't like they threw in some masala and like trying to make it like crazy. Like, no, these are based on true events. Like, these are real people, right? What's your take?
Danny, like you just mentioned that we were just talking before the shoots and everything today morning. So I would just like to mention that this is not just an entertainment movie. It's someone's life, a real life. Um, Someone out there has sacrificed his luxury, his life for the country,
Yeah.
lived these harsh moments, gone through such painful situations. So what we see is like a 4-hour movie with someone's entire life. So it would be great if we see this as a piece of information, to see this as a reality check, to understand what is happening in the ground level. I mean, yes, it is an entertainment movie. Yes, for us, go with your popcorns, go with your coke, but also realize that there are men out there who are sacrificing their entire life just for the country, and this is just one story which we know. There are so many others. हमें जो पता भी नहीं है.
And you know what? That you say that kind of gives me goosebumps.
And a lot of, I have no words to thank them. We can't thank them.
No, you know what? It's seriously, my respect to the people that have served. It doesn't matter for what country, but especially because we're talking about India right now. My respect to them, and to Aditya Dhar, man. You received your flowers, man. Like this should get an Oscar because of what you showed and how you showed it, right? It's like, look, this is how it is. But the way that you know what, I can say this. This is what I really love about what he did here is he did such a phenomenal job with just storytelling that the length of the movie does not matter. Like you want more. The 3 hours that I was sitting in the theater and before that is going to happen, right? I'm not going to be able to it just flew. He did such a great job of making you care about the characters and the character development. If you think about it, right? Sorry, we got to talk about this, right? Like every character, if you think about it, Rahman Bhai, Uzair, Donga even, right? Major Iqbal, now Jaspreet Singh. Like, wow, I'm so invested into these characters and these people. And what's amazing is they're not even characters. They're based off of true personalities. This isn't like Iron Man or Spider-Man, Tony Stark, Peter Parker. These are based on real events and people. And that's what got me fully invested in.
I was reading today morning that everything shown in this movie, like everything and everything, nothing is random.
Right.
Nothing is random. Everything, every situation, every small aspect which they have shown in the movie is linked to something, some real life situation. Like this has happened in the past. This is real. What we are seeing is not just a movie. This has some link. This has a background story. Like even the Rahman, the Kaid, the main villain.
Yes.
If you read about him, this guy is such a big gangster in Pakistan. I mean, he was such a big gangster, yes. And the kind of violence he has done in his life, the kind of people he has killed, this movie is not even doing justice to what he has done.
Oh, right.
It shows half of what he is or was in his real life.
Actually, you said something, the violence part. And I remember you said this earlier too that one of the main you wanted to see the movie, but it was like, can you deal with the violence and gore, right? But here's the funny thing: when you finally see it, right, it's weird to say the violence is actually justifiable. Like it makes sense and is an integral part to the story. It's not just thrown in as a shock factor. So I'll share this with you. So I know you tease me, you joke like, oh my god, how could you see the movie like multiple times, 10 times, right? But the 11. Yeah, 11. The 11th time that I saw it was with my mom. I finally convinced her. And now this is a lady that just can't take anything scary, gore, violent, but nothing, right? Your traditional Indian Punjabi mom, right? But here's what she said at the end of all of that. She loved it. She's excited for part 2. And the reason being is that the violence was justifiable. Right? Every single action you needed to see, not for the shock value, but because it was integral to the story and it made sense. It's not like people are just blowing off heads and killing each other randomly. It makes sense. And that's why it's the story that pulls the audience.
I agree. I mean, the violence does make sense. I mean, it fits so well because, I mean, we're talking about a spy. We're talking about somebody
Yeah.
who has, gone to enemy country. You cannot show love and romanticize everything, right? This is a real life and
Yeah,
real
yeah.
violence. It has to be killings. It has to be bloodshed. This is one part. I mean, that one scene, the violence. I think that was the most hurtful scene, I would say, wherein there is this Indian guy. I don't want to even mention it. I think you understood which
We know, with the fish neck,
Yeah.
fish hook thing. Yeah.
it's I mean, that was such. I mean, the moment he said it's Indian,
Yeah, yeah.
you are just so terrified at it. I mean, you were like, no, no, please, someone's
Yeah.
Indian. You can't,
Yes.
can't do, you can't see us because you don't even know who is he. But it's still so painful to see an Indian going through this harshful, painful moment.
Yeah, in addition to that, just to see, because we're looking at it from Hamza's point of view, right? Ranveer Singh's point of view, and just to see his expression, and it's like, stay cool, but oh my god,
Yeah.
like this shit just got real.
Next.
Yeah. And then obviously the red screen, which we all pin drop silence. And this brings me to the next point, right? Movies like this are meant to be watched in a packed theater, and hence why there's so much excitement of wanting to see it the first few days that it's released. So that's why it was a burning passion for me to want to see this like on release date, because when you have that theater experience, you get the whole cinema experience. You can't cheat on a movie like this where you wait for it to come on Netflix or even pirating it like some people will. It's like, no, you're not experiencing the same movie. You may have seen visuals, but you're not really seeing the same movie. Like, you need that one random uncle in the movie that's like, Bharat Mata Ki Jai, right? And the side conversations that happen during intermission, and just that excitement that when someone comes on screen, like the claps that happen, like it's crazy. And I know in India you guys you take theatrical experiences to a whole new level, but for us in the US and Canada, like now that we're experiencing this, it's like, yo, this is legit. Like this makes me want to keep going, But how is your experience? What is it that you're looking for? Because I know we're gonna eventually get you tickets, Archika. We're gonna get you into the weekend opening.
Yes, I'm trying my best to somehow manage to get at least one ticket where I can just go and see the movie because I cannot wait any longer. But even like you said, this movie is not something which you should watch in Netflix or you should watch on TV, because some moments are meant to be celebrated together. That feeling you get of unity, of togetherness, of being an Indian all together under one roof, that feeling which you get of patriotism, that josh which you get, and I mean these emotions can only be felt when you watch it with a crowd. When you watch it with so many others around you, when you watch it with so many Indians together, and that feeling which you get, I mean, honestly, in the movie theaters, you do get goosebumps.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel like, when you watch such movies, so there is one random uncle who is so
passionate.
happy this experience that he would stand up, or some other random person will be Bharat Mata Ki Jai, and you will be like, hey, yeah, backing him up, that listen, we are with you.
Yeah.
That adrenaline rush which you get, that josh, the sense of unity which you get while watching in theater, I think it's unmatchable. You cannot just sit and watch at home. So this movie especially is supposed to be watched on theaters.
I mean, I was told before, but you said it so beautifully. I'm resold. I got goosebumps hearing that again. Man, I'm so hyped. I know you and I can keep going back and forth on this, but look, let's wrap this up, right? So our closing thoughts is, guys, and I'm speaking to the viewers now, if you found value in this video, Right. Please consider liking, subscribing, sharing this with your friends, family, and let us know your thoughts. We would love to hear your comments, right? Because one of the main reasons we jumped back onto this platform is your comments really resonated with us, and we loved hearing from you. So we want to hear, what are you guys most excited about this movie? What is it that you're most looking forward to? Or what story do you want to hear finally concluded in theaters? Have you even booked your tickets yet? Or, if you even want Archika and myself to, you want our further input or feedback on something, or you even want to see a reaction to another movie, film, trailer, something else, please let us know in the comments. And Archika, what are your final thoughts as we wrap up here?
I made a mistake. I don't want my audience to make a mistake. So do not wait for the last moment. Please go and book your tickets because I'm now dying. I have no tickets left. Everything is all booked. You're lucky, Dani, you got one. And I would also like to tell the same thing to my audience. Don't wait for the last moments. Please go and book your tickets right now.
I'm speaking power of positive thinking and I'm speaking into existence. We're gonna get you tickets for the opening weekend. But guys, I'm gonna put Archika's because a lot of you were asking, right? So she's now officially on YouTube. She's getting her socials up. We're gonna be adding that to the comments below, and I'll do my best to attach her too. Please give her a follow, she's a very insightful person. I enjoy doing these reactions and having conversations with her because her input's always valuable. And so as we wrap up here, until then, signing off from the USA and Canada. We look forward to seeing you guys in theaters this coming week and hearing your stories and your reactions. Bye.
Bye.